The Bible talks about God writing in the books of heaven, and right up in those books there's much statistical data on how drug therapy has maimed and killed people. If a drug kills a person, you don't often hear about it. If a herb kills a person, it's frontline news. So of course I've never seen frontline news that says a herb kills a person. The beauty of herbs is they work with the human body. The beauty of herbs is that God created them to do that. In Psalm 104 verse 14, the Bible says that God created herbs for the service of man. They're there to serve you. The human body was created to heal itself, and it'll heal itself if you give it the right conditions. God also created herbs that can give an added boost to healing.
If Jesus cured with herbs, Hippocrates cured with herbs, and God said the herbs, then what's up? Why aren't we curing with herbs today? That if God tell us that the herbs are for the healing of the nations, in the book of Genesis, in the book of Ezekiel, in the book of Exodus, and the book of Revelation, it says that the herbs are for the healing of the nation. Then as I go further into the history of medicine, this is what I found, that the great Hippocrates used herbs to cure disease, and that he cured every disease known to man.
For decades, natural remedies like curcumin, CBD, and medicinal mushrooms have shown incredible potential to heal, but they've been overshadowed by pharmaceutical drugs. This isn't just a coincidence. Behind the scenes, a calculated effort has been going on, one that prioritizes profits over your health. But what if we told you there's a way to reclaim the healing power of nature? In this video, we'll uncover the untold story of how the pharmaceutical industry has systematically sidelined holistic medicine. You'll hear insights from experts like Dr. Sebi and Dr. Barbara O'Neill, who expose how natural cures have been labeled as alternative to keep them out of reach. We're diving deep into the motives, the methods, and the consequences for your well-being. If you've ever wondered why groundbreaking natural remedies stay hidden, while synthetic drugs dominate the headlines, you won't want to miss this. The truth could change the way you see healthcare and your health forever. Currently, the pharmaceutical industry has become a huge player in modern healthcare, almost like the backbone of how we approach medicine today. Back in the day, the industry was all about finding ways to save lives with new treatments. But over time, it shifted gears a bit and started focusing more on developing and pushing patented synthetic drugs. These patented drugs are where the big bucks are. Once a company patents a drug, they've got exclusive rights to sell it without competition for a certain time with high prices. The key issue is, while these drugs help with one health problem, they often open the door to other health issues through side effects.
Antibiotics kill bacteria, the good and the bad. What also causes a compromise of this gut flora is the contraceptive pill. Many drugs do. Cortisones and statin drugs are probably among the worst. And if the person on top of that is having a lot of refined sugar and alcohol, that feeds the yeast part.
On the contrary, natural remedies have been around for centuries, with plenty of benefits backed by traditional use. But here's the problem. Natural compounds, since they're already out there in nature, can't be patented. So, they don't bring in the same profits that a patented drug does. And as a result, pharmaceutical companies don't see them as worth the investment. Instead, they'd rather fund research into synthetic versions of natural compounds or create new, unique molecules that they can patent, control, and sell at a premium. On top of that, these companies spend a fortune marketing these synthetic drugs, both to doctors and directly to consumers. This direct-to-consumer advertising is only legal in a few countries, but it's incredibly effective. Pair that with strong lobbying efforts, and it ensures synthetic drugs stay front and center in medical treatment. Naturally, it leaves potentially safer, more affordable natural options on the sidelines. Take curcumin, the powerful compound found in turmeric, for example. This stuff is like a little superhero when it comes to fighting inflammation and oxidation, and it's been used in traditional medicine in India for centuries. Turmeric itself is only about 1/6% curcumin by weight, but that small amount packs a punch. Modern science is finally catching up. backing up its long history of use with research showing it can help with things like pain, inflammation, and even serious stuff like cancer. How does curcumin work? Well, it targets certain molecules in the body that cause inflammation, like cytokines and NF-κB. In fact, it's been found to be just as effective as some common painkillers, like ibuprofen, in easing pain and swelling, especially for arthritis. On top of that, curcumin helps boost your antioxidant levels, fights off oxidative stress, and even supports brain health by increasing a protein called BDNF. This could help protect the brain and lower the risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's by cleaning up those nasty amyloid plaques. When it comes to heart health, curcumin is a champ too. It helps the blood vessels function better and reduces damage from oxidative stress, which could lower the risk of heart disease. And it's not just about heart health. Curcumin is showing promise in cancer treatment too, particularly when it comes to cancers in the digestive system. It has the ability to slow down tumor growth and stop cancer cells from spreading. Curcumin's anti-cancer potential doesn't stop there. It's showing some serious promise across various types of cancer. It messes with the pathways that cancer cells need to grow and spread, like NF-κB, AP1, and B-catenin. Plus, in cancers like melanoma and small cell lung cancer, curcumin has been shown to block these pathways, leading to cell death. It even seems to destroy breast cancer cells, especially in cases that don't respond to hormones. Curcumin is also helpful in making chemotherapy drugs work better, meaning it might help in fighting cancer more effectively. But there's a catch. Curcumin's not exactly easy for the body to absorb, so researchers are working on ways to make it more bioavailable. Basically, making it easier for our bodies to use. One trick that works is combining curcumin with black pepper, which contains piperine, or eating it with fatty foods. This boosts absorption by a lot. And curcumin isn't just about inflammation and cancer. It's also been linked to mood improvement, since it helps increase serotonin and dopamine, those feel-good brain chemicals. That could make it useful for helping with depression too. Plus, because it fights off inflammation and oxidative stress, it might even help slow down aging and prevent age-related diseases. So, while curcumin's got some incredible potential, it's still not as widely used in medicine as it should be. Part of the reason is, as we already mentioned, that it's hard to make a profit off something natural, so the pharmaceutical industry sticks to drugs they can patent. CBD oil is also on this list. It's this stuff that comes from the cannabis plant, but don't worry. It won't get you high like THC does. It's basically just a natural remedy that helps with pain and relaxation. What happens is, they extract it from the plant and mix it with things like coconut oil or hemp seed oil to make it easier to use. You can find it in all sorts of products, like supplements, bath soaks, drinks, and even in food. CBD works by interacting with your body's endocannabinoid system, which helps reduce inflammation and regulate things like pain and mood. It's been shown to help with things like chronic pain, especially in conditions like fibromyalgia. But there's still more research to be done. People are also looking at it for mental health stuff like depression, anxiety, and PTSD. One of the coolest things about CBD is its ability to help with seizure disorders, like Dravet syndrome. It's actually been approved for treating seizures, so that's a pretty big deal. There's even talk that it could be helpful for conditions like Parkinson's and Huntington's diseases. Researchers are also looking into whether CBD can help with addiction, improve sleep, or even extend life in some cancer cases, like glioblastoma. Now here's the catch. Even though CBD seems promising, the whole legal landscape and the challenge of standardizing it has made things tricky. So, the pharmaceutical industry has been more focused on synthetic cannabinoids, like Epidiolex, because they're easier to control and patent. Since CBD isn't as easy to regulate, it hasn't gotten the attention it might deserve. And not only CBD, the case is similar with some other medicinal mushrooms, reishi, lion's mane, and chaga, that have been used in traditional medicine for centuries. These fungi aren't just your regular mushrooms, they've got some serious healing power, from boosting the immune system to improving brain health and even fighting cancer. Reishi, for example, is like a natural immune booster. It's packed with polysaccharides, tritopenoids, and ganoderic acids, which help your body's immune system stay on top of things. On top of that, It can help reduce inflammation, improve sleep, and lower stress. Pretty much the perfect recipe for good health. Then there's lion's mane, which has been getting a lot of attention lately for its effects on brain health. It has compounds, like hericinones and erinacines, that actually promote nerve growth. This is huge because it helps prevent or treat conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Lastly, there's chaga, which is packed with antioxidants like melanin and betulinic acid. These protect your cells from damage and reduce inflammation. Studies even show that chaga can help fight cancer by slowing down the growth of certain cancer cells. But again, even though these mushrooms have so much to offer, they still get pushed to the side in modern medicine. Why? Well, part of it is because pharmaceuticals dominate the scene, and these natural remedies don't always have the massive clinical trials that synthetic drugs do. For that reason, Dr. Sebi, a famous herbalist from Honduras, always recommended a plant-based, alkaline diet and using herbs to detox the body and get things back in balance. According to him, a lot of diseases, including chronic ones like diabetes, high blood pressure, and even HIV/AIDS, were caused by too much mucus building up in the body.
There's only one disease. The judge said, what is it? I said, you already know. I said, Your Honor, when someone has sinusitis, what is obstructed the nasal passage? She said, mucus. And when another has bronchitis, what is obstructed the bronchial tubes? She said, mucus. And when another has pneumonia, what's covering the cells of the lungs? She said, mucus. She said, and what about AIDS? He wanted to know where the mucus.
His solution? Cleanse the body with the right foods and herbs, like sea moss, burdock root, and sarsaparilla, just like he did for himself.
What I've done was to discontinue anything that had glucose. Glucose is the underlying enemy. Whenever you indulge in glucose, it would be difficult to lose fat. Cusca is a plant that the Maya used to use, and they used another one known as the teosinte. I eat those plants. Those plants does not have starch or glucose. You will look at your body losing weight and you're going to get frightened.
In 1988, he was charged in New York for practicing medicine without a license, even though he never claimed to be a licensed doctor. But he ended up winning that battle when he proved his treatments actually worked, curing multiple people of chronic illnesses. That was a big win for him, and it helped solidify his reputation among his supporters. Believe it or not only just common people, even legends like Michael Jackson and John Travolta also took his treatment. Still, Dr. Sebi's work has mostly been ignored or even dismissed by the mainstream. Health organizations and the media still overlook his teachings, often labeling them as dangerous or unproven. But for many people, especially those who felt let down by conventional medicine, Dr. Sebi's approach made sense. Just like now we have Dr. Barbara O'Neill with us, who is also a big believer in natural health remedies. She's all about taking a holistic approach when it comes to healthcare, looking at the root causes of illness instead of just covering up symptoms with pills. She's convinced that the body has the power to heal itself, as long as we give it the right nourishment, detox, and lifestyle changes. Her advice usually includes things like staying properly hydrated, eating nutritious foods, exercising, and managing stress. But guess what? Not everyone agrees with her approach. Dr. O'Neill has run into trouble with health authorities, especially because her views often clash with traditional medical practices. She pushes alternative treatments like herbal remedies, fasting, and detox plans, which have raised some eyebrows with organizations like the Australian Health Practitioner Regulation Agency, AHPRA. In 2019, she was even temporarily banned from practicing as a naturopath after being accused of making claims about her treatments that they deemed unsupported and misleading. Even though she's faced these challenges, Dr. O'Neill hasn't backed down. She still firmly believes that natural health practices are the way to go for treating chronic conditions like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. She argues that relying too much on pharmaceuticals often leads to nasty side effects and doesn't really get to the root of the problem. But sadly, it's the mainstream media that often makes fun of natural cures and alternative medicine, calling it quackery. That's mostly because of the big influence of pharmaceutical companies. These companies spend billions of dollars every year on ads, and they pour a lot of that money into promoting their products to both doctors and the public.
We had a pharmacist do our program. She said, I'm annoyed. She said, I'm annoyed because a circular has come out that everyone over 150 has to go on cholesterol-lowering medication. She said, I'm a pharmacist. I'm not against drugs. That's my job. Half-time pharmacist, half-time I work in a hospital. She said, I'm annoyed because it's just a money-making scheme. That's what the pharmacist told me. Someone's on antibiotic, they're on it for a week. If they're on this, how long are they told they're on it for? Life. So that was from the words, from the lips of the pharmacist.
All that cash lets them flood the media with their messages, which ends up making their drugs the go-to solution, while other options, like natural treatments, are pushed aside. Now, when it comes to alternative medicine, like herbal remedies, acupuncture, or changing up your diet, the media tends to downplay or even ridicule these options. Some of these treatments actually have real science backing them, but because they haven't been studied as much as the big pharma drugs, they're often written off as pseudoscience. But just because there isn't a mountain of clinical studies doesn't mean these treatments don't work. People who support CAM, complementary and alternative medicine, often say their methods can't be tested in the same way as prescription drugs, but that doesn't mean they're making things up. In fact, CAM supporters are happy to accept the studies that show their methods work when those studies are available. But it's not just about advertising. Pharmaceutical companies also have a huge impact on what doctors learn and how they practice medicine. A lot of the research and training doctors get comes from industry-funded programs, which often lean toward promoting prescription drugs. So it's no surprise that doctors might be quicker to recommend a pill than suggest an alternative treatment, even if that alternative could be just as effective, if not more so. That's how this whole system created a world where popping a pill is the norm, and the potential benefits of natural remedies get overlooked or ignored. But a few powerful natural compounds have been getting a lot of attention lately. First up, we have curcumin, which is the magic ingredient in turmeric, as we talked about. It's been the subject of tons of research, and in 2016, a study in phytotherapy research found that curcumin can help reduce inflammation in people with osteoarthritis. Plus, there's a 2015 study in Cancer Letters that showed how curcumin can actually slow down cancer cells from growing and spreading. Then there's CBD. A review published in Frontiers in Pharmacology, 2018, showed that CBD can help with conditions like epilepsy, chronic pain, and anxiety. In fact, a groundbreaking study in the Permanent Journal in 2017 found that CBD can significantly reduce anxiety, especially in people with social anxiety disorder. It also has anti-inflammatory effects, which makes it promising for things like arthritis, as shown in a 2016 study in the European Journal of Pain. And let's not forget about medicinal mushrooms like reishi and cordyceps. These little guys are powerhouses when it comes to boosting the immune system and fighting cancer. A review in the Journal of Fungi, 2019, pointed out that reishi can really ramp up the body's natural killer cells, which are key in fighting off cancer. Cordyceps has also been shown to reduce fatigue and fight cancer, with a 2015 study in evidence-based complementary and alternative medicine, proving that it helps boost immune function and slow down tumor growth in animals. However, the pharmaceutical industry ignores natural remedies like curcumin and CBD because they can't make money from them, and sometimes even fund studies to make them seem less effective while promoting their own expensive drugs. The thing is, pharmaceutical companies could lose billions if natural remedies like turmeric and CBD, cannabidiol, start becoming the go-to options for people. Why? Because these remedies are super accessible and cheap. That means no exclusive profits for big pharma. Take turmeric, for example. Its key compound, curcumin, is out there for anyone to use. Same with CBD, which comes from hemp and can be legally produced and sold without needing any special formulas. If you and I turn to these for things like inflammation, pain, and anxiety, the demand for prescription meds could drop, and pharma companies could take a serious hit. But there's a catch. The FDA now has a pretty tough approval process for drugs, And natural remedies face a lot of delays because they don't always have enough clinical trials or a set way of dosing. Plus, they come with side effects. On top of that, Big Pharma doesn't just sit back. They push for tighter rules on natural remedies to keep them from becoming real competition. They even lobby to limit research funding for these alternatives and create regulations that favor their patented drugs. But nothing would be better if we could take care of our health in a way that doesn't rely on pills and treatments from big companies. There are natural remedies like herbs, healthy foods, and simple lifestyle changes that can help us feel better and stay strong. These remedies focus on helping our bodies heal from the inside out, rather than just covering up problems. It's important to think about whether the pharmaceutical industry is always looking out for our best interests. By exploring natural options, we can take control of our health and make choices that truly support our well-being. You know, natural cures have been hidden for too long, but now you know the truth. So, will you take control of your health and embrace what nature offers? Do you believe the pharmaceutical industry is suppressing natural remedies? Share your thoughts below and don't forget to subscribe for more eye-opening insights. See you soon.